I appreciate you guys coming and joining us as a group. As Shan told you, this gives us an opportunity to maybe save a little time for you and for me. And this is my partner, Travis Garrett. He's the other Tulsa County Game Warden. I am in the Jenks area. Travis is in Owasso. We split the county. He does things in Jenks. I'll do things in Owasso. But generally speaking, is this our other person?
Yeah, we got two more coming after her, but that's good.
Okay.
Keep going.
Don't think for a moment that you have to call Carlos because it's in Jenks or that sort of thing. But we cover and overlap and help each other. And a lot of the game wardens in their county, there's typically one or two per county. And you can call any of the game wardens for any of the any area for any issue. You're in Wagner County, for example. You could call me and ask me a question if you wanted. If you need any help with anything, certainly call me or Travis. As you alluded to earlier, though, you can go through everything, I think, with us without a hitch on your licensing except the signature. The fine line signature needs to be by your guy in your county. And you really want to meet the game warden in your county because, as I started to say, you may have a problem. Okay, I was telling you a story about where some rehabber was trying to talk a good Samaritan into bringing in a bird and giving me the bird. And the person obviously was ignorant, did not know how to take care. I mean, somebody will take a baby hawk and try to give it a worm or put a plate of seeds in front of it. They just don't have a clue. We've had people call us before, and I'm positive it's a bald eagle. I'm telling you, it's a bald eagle. I've seen bald eagles before. It's on the side of the road, and it's at such and such location. And they'll swear it's a bald eagle, and I got to go out there and look at this bald eagle, and there's a splattered pigeon. And I had a rehabber drive all the way from Bixby and met a person from Little Rock and met him in Fort Smith, Arkansas, to exchange it may have been an egret, it may have been, I can't remember, some kind of a white bird that through all the phone conversations he determined this protected bird really needed to get rehab help. This person drove from Little Rock now. It's no short drive for them either. He goes to Fort Smith and they've got a white chicken. So there's a lot of folks that just don't know anything about a bird. Okay, it's got feathers. It's a bird. It's an eagle or whatever. Got a call this morning from an animal control person that swears out towards Keystone Lake. As I drove into work this morning, there was a giant gray timber wolf standing there on the side of the road just watching cars go by. I'm positive it was a wolf. Now, I haven't seen that animal. Maybe it's a wolf. It's possible. Certainly not a wild, ranging, free wolf. It's somebody's pet wolf, somebody's mix of Eskimo something or whatever, okay? But occasionally somebody will have a 90-something% pure wolf that they've raised as a pup and now it's gotten out. And she said, I thought that was kind of odd the way it just kind of stood at the side of the road and just watched me just drive by slowly and didn't act afraid at all. But point is, there's all kinds of critters. People don't know for sure what they're calling you about. Black bears have turned out to be chocolate-covered chows and all kinds of different weird things. So when you get an issue that involves an animal that somebody has, they shouldn't have it, they're not taking good care of it, you need a little reinforcements just to try to talk this person. We're not trying to arrest people for being good Samaritans, okay? Game warden's job is to enforce fish and wildlife laws and to educate the public. And that's what we do, and the enforcement thing is the last straw that we're going to pull out our little ticket book or our handcuffs when you just say, I am not going to take kindness for nothing. If you want any help out of me, you're going to have to arrest me. And then that's when we help them. So, generally speaking, we want to just educate as many people as we can. Shan does a great job of that as a rehabber. you're a person that is licensed by the wildlife department to do what you do, but you're not an employee of the wildlife department. And it's an agreement, it's a partnership that we enter into with you, that you're going to pursue an educated response to helping wildlife. You're helping the wildlife department, you're helping your game warden. And you know, I think you can help your community with all the things that you can both do for animals as well as educate people. We hope, and this certainly doesn't get somebody X'd off a list to get approved as a rehabber, but we hope that you will pursue a direction of education and common sense in the real world about dealing with wildlife. There's a whole bunch of what we call bunny huggers, tree huggers, folks out there that can drive us crazy, okay? That don't understand conservation, that don't understand hunting, they don't understand the man-animal-wildlife relationship in our society today, in our country. And a lot of folks think everything that can be done to save each and every single creature must be done. And sometimes, and in hunting, you harvest few to save the many. And of course, hunting serves many purposes, and I'm not going to lecture you about hunting, but I would tell you that game wardens are pro-hunting. The wildlife department is pro-hunting. Hunting is a valuable management tool for wildlife. And although hunting involves game species of animals, and rehabilitating deals with non-game species as well as game species, hunting benefits non-game species as well. Okay, and you know, I'm not expecting you to be a hunter. I'm not expecting you to be an advocate for hunters. What I'm expecting you to do, again, is to take an educated, positive approach towards wildlife knowledge that you aspire to know something about. As a wildlife rehabilitator, people are going to turn to you and they're going to assume that you are the local scientist. I mean, you are the authority, okay? And many of us, myself included, I'll call a rehabber, I'll call a veterinarian. We talk to other people that have more experience in a particular species, or you know, animals in general, about what they need to be saved. And our veterinarians are our final authority about what needs to be done for an animal. We recognize that they're medically trained, they're experts, they're professionals, and they understand quite well that we want to save animals, but just like the euthanized 20-year-old dog, they know that all things are going to die someday, and we have to take the right approach to being as humane as we can in what we do in dealing with wildlife. So if they say this can't be saved and we have to do such and such, then that's what we do. As a rehabber, you're a good Samaritan, and you're somebody that is doing a lot of time donation, some money donation, that you're rising to the level of service that you wish to rise to. We're not going to require you to do what this woman has done back here, okay? I mean, that's pretty extraordinary in an aviary, and you know, it's a passion for Shan, and I know that if you want to go beyond that, it's possible. You know, there's people that really just spend an exorbitant amount of money between buying feed and providing housing and medical care and medicines and all the things that you could do, but in the vein of a volunteer rehabilitator, you know, we realize there's limits to your time and limits to your budget as to what you can do. So